So with Climax at Night around the corner and there being so many Yuuki Iriya players, I want to go ahead and go over her mix-up in particular. But in general, just how to block left-rights in Dengeki. I think left-rights are often overblown in terms of their strength in this game, other than maybe like Tomata's or Tatsuya's, and this will hopefully give some insight on how to block some of them. So for Yuki's mix-up in particular, she's got 3 main options here. She's got land 2A after jumping, which is her cross-up option. She's got double jumping back to the original side, which is known as same side. And then finally, after you start blocking left-right, you're going to notice most of her threat is coming from this final option, grab. And so to simplify the blocking process for the left-right, what you're going to do is watch my guard. I'm going to block same side and only transition to cross-up 2A when she's deeper into the jump. And there's a reason for this. You're going to notice in this next clip, she's going to double jump back to the same side, and even though I've swapped my guard, it's not going to hit me because she double jumps back after I wake up. And since she double jumps back after I've woken up, the cross-up protection kicks back in and blocks it for me. And so to run it back one more time, I'm guarding same side and only swapping my guard later into the jump. And the same idea applies for the Tatsuya Rusian mix-up, as well as any mix-up that involves falling with a normal same side and crossing up with a double jump. We're going to block same side on this mix-up in a second, and we're going to look to react specifically to double jump. So we block same side, he did JB, we blocked it. We block same side, he double jumps, we swap our guard. And so to go back to Yuuki, which is sort of my main focus with this video, what you're going to find is once you start blocking the left-right, the tricky part of the mix-up was the grab option the whole time, as well as what she can do with her OTG to sort of swap up the different threat options. So that first OTG string, and the most common one, is going to be 5B2AA, and this has the largest gap, allowing for a strong throw game and a weak left-right game. The next one is going to be 5C2AA, which is similar to the previous one, but with a slightly smaller gap. This next one's going to be 5B2B2A, which seems like it's going to give you the best of both worlds, having a grab option and a left-right, but it's going to be really OSable, as I'll show soon. And finally, there's 5C, 5B2A, which is mostly a left-right option, and grab is not possible on this setup. And so for that 5B, 2B, 2A OTG setup, the OS is specifically doing a fuzzy 4BC throw tech, and as you'll see here, I guard the 2A, then push block it, and you'll see in the next example, I'm going to throw tech perfectly. And you don't have to remember this, it's just good to know. As long as they're doing a 3-hit OTG string, you know it's a true mix-up, and if they do a 4-hit like in the next example, you're going to see that this is not a real cross-up setup. Yuuki is going to cross up here and do 2A, you'll notice the plate hits first, you can reflect guard the plate. This setup is specifically looking to bait Power Blast usually, or to check if people understand to block same side first. And you'll see it baits normal Power Blast with no buff, and if it's done perfectly, which is a little hard but it's possible, you can bait buff Power Blast as well. And while some trumps don't go high enough, as long as you have a vertical 2AB, it should reach. If you find that Yuuki players are doing less than 3 hits, you should know that this OTG string no longer has the plate cover up back, and as such, you can fuzzy jump the cross-up option now. And if you find Yuuki does a single hit OTG, it's usually just a big Power Blast. Finally, Yuuki's most ambiguous setups, but lowest damage, is going to be her jump cancel ones, where she gets the same options as before, but now has the ambiguity of drifting during her jump, as well as forcing large gaps inside of the OTG string. Like before, you're going to look to block same side and only swap guard on cross-up, but just know it's a little harder now that she has a drift option, as well as being able to do shorter OTG strings and make it more ambiguous. And while I fuzzy jump it there, you'll see this time, I barely get caught hesitating slightly because of the gap between 5B and 2A on the 2-hit OTG string. And you'll just notice with these normal setups, it's just not possible to delay like that, so at least they're more consistent to call out based on OTG string length. Other than that, you're going to find that these routes, these jump cancel routes, the reward is just so much lower for Yuuki, by at least 500 to 800 or even 900 damage, and this could lead to extra interactions, especially if she's opening you up with the throw option in particular, and she's going into round 3 without a bunch of meter to kill you in 3 hits. And yeah, I mean, that's about it. It doesn't cover absolutely everything, but it should cover the basics of blocking left-rights and how to sort of transition Yuuki into more fake setups to where she's playing around grab mostly, which sort of increases the amount of interactions she needs to win, or encourages her to use Iriya to instead cash out on a damage route, and you know, things like that. And yeah, I think that's about it.